topping the news has been Hurricane Dorian, but you know, one thing that must still be underlined is what is happening in the Amazon rainforest and the fires that had been spreading. You know, thousands of fires, literally.
And as a matter of fact, the thinking is that they were intentionally set. You know,
yes, you know, because of certain initiatives that was passed by Jair Bolsonaro that gave farmers the right to clear land from the Amazon to plant. And you know, it has gone out of control. Then there's a lot going on, but let's talk to Daniel. Daniel Barker, thanks for joining us this morning. You are co-founder of the I Am Movement NGO. So firstly, let's talk about I Am Movement a little bit, just to give the viewers an overview of what you do.
Sure. First of all, good morning and happy to be here. I Am Movement is an NGO that was founded about 5 years ago by a group of young people, myself included, that wanted to have a voice, create a platform, because we were seeing all the all the madness happening around us, and we wanted to be able to create a platform for that. So our sole purpose and mission is to facilitate and drive positive social and environmental change here in Trinidad and Tobago, and even the region and the world. We like to think big, we like to dream big, and that's kind of connecting us into this, this awareness what's happening with the Amazon right now. And I'm glad you touched on the hurricanes, the constant Category 5 hurricanes right now. Because make no mistake, this is all interconnected. Our biosphere is, it supports life and the miracle of life, but it's fragile.
It is fragile.
And so it's, what is happening right there in the Amazon is going to further contribute to massive storms in the Caribbean and crazy weather on the other side of the world. And we as human beings need to realize our impact and the importance of coexistence as well. So, I mean, is there anything you want to say? Because I could just keep running.
You know, the Amazon has been described as the lungs of the world, just because it's a massive expanse of oxygen-producing trees. So how does it, from your purview and your understanding of environmental issues, how does it affect us, these forest fires now, and how much hectares of land is being cleared by the fires at this point?
Yeah, well, it's a crazy situation because most of the world's rainforests have already been taken down. So the Amazon is one of the real powerhouses left. And yes, it produces massive amounts of oxygen, but think of the amount of carbon that it's actually holding right now.
Right.
So if you burn that out, that's carbon being released into the atmosphere. Massive biodiversity as well. And again, it's all in the name of profit. And, I mean, everybody has their eyes on Brazil and the president and whatnot, but he's also justifying a tough economic situation. So it is a bit of a debate.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I think it's the responsibility of the rest of the world to try and provide global solutions as opposed to just let these guys make an excuse. But there's a lot of back-end stuff happening. There's big investment firms right now investing in infrastructure into the Amazon, i.e. ports and highways, so that the Amazon can be mined. And the EU is on the verge of signing a deal with Brazil for cheap beef, So, there are a lot of bigger things happening on this chessboard here.
Right.
And what I really came on to talk about today was the Amazon Challenge, and harnessing the power of social media. I mean, when we're hearing about this, I mean, I also think the fires are kind of a blessing in disguise because this deforestation has been happening for a long time.
Right. But now it shines a direct light on it.
When your house is on fire, all of a sudden you start to pay attention to it,
right.
And so we decided, all right, cool, how can we felt a bit helpless just being here in Trinidad, not being able to do much. But if you kind of look at, sparking social change and using the platforms of our time, i.e. social media, do you remember the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge when everybody was dumping?
Everyone, to raise awareness.
Yeah, to raise awareness for ALS that most people didn't know about. I mean, that thing raised a lot of money, a lot of awareness. So we were like, okay, let's kind of do a little quick spin on that. And the idea is very simple. You plant a tree that you know will survive. And while you're planting the tree, you take a small video and you give your own little blurb about why you think rainforests or the Amazon are important to the survival of life, human species, whatever. And then you tag 3 to 4 friends to carry the challenge on.
Is there a hashtag we could use to spread this even further?
Absolutely. So the main hashtag is, hashtag Amazon Challenge. We have 1 or 2 others, which is like Your Planet and Every Tree Counts. And And we've also set up a link where people can actually donate, because there are people in cities that cannot plant trees.
Right.
And 100% of the donations will go towards transparent organizations that plant trees, as well as to some of the organizations like indigenous organizations that are actually out there on the front lines. So we can give some more information on that. I mean, I Am Movement is our Facebook handle and whatnot. But hopefully we're going to start to see this thing light up a bit. We have people that are going to start posting this week in Europe, in America, in South America. So I mean, that's the way these kind of things, these movements build.
Yeah, they build and they blossom.
Exactly, and you know, and honestly, if 100 people do it, then great, man. 100 trees are better than none, given what's happening out there, you know.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
But hopefully, it kind of gets some momentum and runs with it.
Well, you know, the thing is, over the years, you've seen a number of just entertaining, fun challenges and stuff. So, you know, why not do a challenge for a cause? You know, social media is something that spreads far and wide faster than traditional news is able to spread sometimes.
Yeah,
you know, so why not, you know, do it for a great cause, and no better cause than trying to do something about the current climate situation.
100%. I mean, and planting a tree is actually a fun exercise. You get some, you literally get some exercise from it. You actually feel pretty good. You feel a lot more connected with nature. You know, it's a collective, especially if you're doing it with some friends, some family, some kids, showing them what to do. So, and it gets you back out there, you know, in what's important. You know, everybody is on this fast-paced life, and it's good to sometimes just equalize and balance yourself with being in nature, etc. You know?
Is there any event around this here in Trinidad that people can actually attend with the I Am Movement to do the tree planting exercise?
We haven't specifically planned one event as yet, but you know, like for example, the Ministry of Planning sometimes has tree planting exercises. Fonzamans up in, you know, St. Anne's, they have them as well. But we will definitely be probably coordinating some stuff and also providing a lot more information to make it a bit easier, i.e. where can you get cheap trees to plant, Forestry Division, Agricultural Division, what are good areas to go and plant, etc. So we'll be putting a lot of that information on our social media as the weeks go on. And yeah, I mean, I just want to encourage anybody in Trinidad or elsewhere, you know, to participate and keep this going. Use the hashtag. You don't even need to do a video. You can just take a picture.
Right.
And again, make it personal. Why do you think this is important? You could have 3 kids. You know, the future, it's their future. Like, why we owe it to them, you know, to take this on, you know.
You know, and one person who has been instrumental in that conversation is Greta Thunberg.
Yes,
yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing what she has done thus far, and you know, we need our own Greta Thunbergs here as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if we far from, but you know, I mean, it's nice to play your part and, you know, try to raise the awareness and raise the frequency and help connect the dots. You know, at the end of the day, you know, it's kind of on us to make it happen. You know.
That's right, because again, it's about the future.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, Daniel Barker, co-founding member of the I Am Movement, thank you for joining us this morning and sharing this wonderful information. I am going to use that hashtag, and I am going to plant a tree myself, and I will put it on social media on the I Am Movement page, and get it going. Let's start this trend. It's one that is about our future, so you know, why not do something positive?
Amazing. I challenge the whole team.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you preempted me. I was saying the 3 of us could go.
Yes, let's go.
You, me, Rishi, and we can do it and see if it, you know.
And Kent.
Kent, yes, definitely. And Ayinka. The whole team.
The whole team.
Siko,
Fantastic. Everybody.
Good to see you, Daniel. Do come back.
My pleasure.
Keep us posted.